it's too boring, it's too basic, it feels like the person's literally never been to Korea. That's how I feel every time I watch one of those packing videos about what you need for Korea. So as someone who actually lives here, here is my ultimate Korean packing list. This is going to include stuff for a short-term stay, for a long-term stay, things you might not think of, things you just forgot about, and I'm going to give you the actual reasons as to why they're going to be important during your stay in Korea. My name is Lana and I run a study abroad YouTube channel here, so make sure you subscribe because right now I'm in Korea. I live here for the next few months and I am an exchange student at Ewha Women's University here in Seoul. I make a bunch of fun content on this channel along on my Instagram where I talk about my daily Korean life or anything that interests you guys regarding studying, internships, and just living abroad. I felt this video was absolutely necessary and I didn't want to do like a sit down pack with me, but rather let me give you what you're gonna need so then you can listen to this video while you're actually packing or just taking notes on what you absolutely will need to bring, because instead of just having that cute, oh, I brought like a little shirt, no, like here are things that I wish I knew that I needed to bring or I would have brought a lot more of. So I want to start with just overall tips before we get started on how you should approach packing to Korea. You've probably heard it like a trillion times before, which is do not overpack. Literally anyone going to Japan or Korea will tell you this a million times. Do not overpack. Just please don't. It's so not worth it because you are going to be bringing back so much more stuff than you actually brought. So just keep it simple. Keep the closet simple. This shirt I've even bought in Korea. Like my hair care I bought in Korea. My makeup I'm getting in Korea. So do not bother to overpack anything you don't feel is absolutely essential. One thing too that I came here with already the idea and I thought, wow, this is actually such a good piece of advice, is do not bother to bring much skincare or hair care because the quality here in Korea of hair care and skincare is 10 times better than anywhere else. Literally came to Korea with no shampoo and no hair conditioner. And I bought it all here and literally my hair has never felt more clean before. So you can skip out on bringing these big bottles of shampoo or all of these little minis, like minis only if you absolutely need them. To consider is that so many people before they go on vacation, and I am guilty of it too, go get their nails done, their hair done, they go do a face mask, all of these really nice beauty treatments so that they can feel really elevated when they're on vacation. Consider skipping those before you come on vacation and do them while you're actually here in Korea. If you want to get your hair done, there are literally so many amazing stylists here where you can get your hair done professionally by someone who is absolutely godsend level here in Korea. If you're also interested in maybe getting facials and skincare and spa days, there's so much of that here in Korea that I would say honestly miss it out in your own home country. Come here and get it done all here. Now you're probably like, Lana, when are you getting to the essentials and what we actually need to put in a bag? I'm getting there. We're here. Okay, so let me give you 6 things that you absolutely need to bring to Korea and why. First, a portable charger. Now this seems like, oh, Lana, you said it's not going to be basic. No, let me tell you why. Naver Maps, which is the applications Koreans use instead of Google Maps or just Apple Maps, because they don't really work that well here in Korea. Naver Map eats your battery like no other app I've seen before in my life. At the end of the day, you'll be literally your phone dead because you've been navigating everywhere. And then you're either thinking, I'm searching for a charger frantically at restaurants, at different places, or you have to head all the way back to your accommodation to get a charger or a portable charger. So just have one on you 24/7 that is handy because Naver Maps will kill your phone. Travel adapters. Now, I also was a little questionable when I got here of what actual plugs they use, but I'm going to show you right now what plugs they use and the different travel adapters you can get so that just like through photos. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm gonna put all my cute little sounds on, I already know. So you can see what travel adapters you actually need here in Korea. I say only bring like 1 or 2, especially if they have multiple plugs, because I've literally probably only been using like 2 of them. Bug spray, bug spray, bug spray. Oh my gosh. This was a suggestion from my literal Korean tutor who lives here in Jeonju. She said one thing you would absolutely need to bring is bug spray, and she was not wrong. Especially if you're interested in doing activities like climbing up the Namsan Tower, or you want to go on any hikes or do any nature activities, you will need bug spray because the mosquito here are brutal. And all of my friends have had the experience, even me myself, where you get a mosquito bite, it's red, it's big, you're thinking, what's going on? You're totally fine. Your body's just not used to the type of mosquitoes here in Korea, but I'm telling you that bug spray will save you a lot of time and a lot of itchiness. So just bring some, use some. You're even gonna need it on the streets of Seoul. If you guys have any more suggestions, please put them down in the comments. Tell me what was your experience with certain items or things that you were shocked that you were going to need in Korea. Digestives for spicy food. As someone who loves spicy food, I was shocked that when my roommate from Sichuan, China, where they're known for spicy food, her boyfriend was calling her and laughing because he was saying that all the food here in Korea is literally bloodshot red. It is spicy. So in the first 2 weeks, even I was worried, and I thought, is my stomach gonna take this well? Is this normal to eat this much spicy food? So if you are someone who cannot handle spicy food, or you do want to have all this spicy food, but you are worried for your stomach, do bring medications from home that will help you digest any spicy food, because they really are not kidding here when they tell you the food is spicy. The first one is a T-Money card. You can get it at the airport as soon as you arrive. And what this is this is the transportation card for all of Korea. Transportation here is top quality and you can use it super easily. So my suggestion is totally to get a T-Money card as soon as you get here, so you can ride the buses, the subways, the metro, and use that neighbor app that we were talking about before usefully. Then the second item is a blackout umbrella or a mini fan. Especially if you're coming to Korea in the summer, it can get extremely hot here, and you will see literally all of the locals with 2 of essentials. They either choose to have like a little mini fan that they have that they're just waving in their face, or they will have a little blackout umbrella. This is something I even don't see in the hottest countries I've been to, like Saudi Arabia or when I used to live in Spain. But here, it's pretty normal that if you're just having a hot day, you can just whip out your little umbrella and you can whip out your fan. It's totally normal, so I suggest you bring one too if you want to beat that summer heat. Now, I didn't want to get into specific items of clothing, but just a generality of things that you want to consider bringing, especially if you're going to be here for a while or you're going to do multiple destinations here. Clothing, no matter what, depends on what season you're coming to Korea, and I'll get into a little bit about that. First off is beach essentials. You will need your little beach essentials, I swear, because if you are coming to Korea and you are not taking a trip down to Busan, you did your whole trip wrong. You did your whole trip wrong. As an advocate for Busan on this channel, and the fact that I desperately want to go live there one day, I'm going to tell you that there are a number of places here in Korea that you can go to the beach and go have that summer fun. Even if it's not Busan, you can still go to areas like Sokcho and Jeju Island that also have beaches that are iconic here in Korea. So many of my friends have made the mistake not to pack their swimsuits or sunglasses or body sunscreen. I did the body sunscreen one. Let me tell you that this is something you will absolutely need to pack. Hiking clothes! This is the second item of like general clothing that I think you should have, because as someone who came to Korea as not a hiker, the hikes here in this country are so beautiful that I really highly suggest that even if you are coming for a week or you're going to be here for months, you should try out doing a Korean hike. They're not insanely difficult. Some of them can be really short, just 2 hours up, and they make for the perfect experience and memories with your friends. So make sure you're packing some workout clothes, some hiking shoes maybe, just so you can have that super awesome experience and say that you've been able to hike mountains in Korea. The final thing is rain boots. Especially Especially if you're coming to Korea in the summer season, we have monsoons. So you want to be very careful and make sure that you're not walking home with those sad, wet, little squeaky shoes and feet. So to avoid that problem, I really highly suggest you bring rain boots or you buy a pair while you are here, because there are some areas even here in Seoul that get flooded super easily. So having rain boots really saves that sad walk home experience. And for the last 3 suggestions of this video, it reaches into long-term stays. If you are going to stay here for a month or more, here are some things that I highly suggest for you. First is my very cutesy suggestion, which is to bring your own coffee. The food and drinks here in Korea are extremely sweet and you will be shocked by it. In my program, I have friends who went out to go buy coffees every day, which is totally normal and there's nothing wrong with that. Coffee here are also pretty cheap, so it's fine. But if you don't feel like having super sweet iced coffee every day, then I suggest bringing your own instant coffee, because it's going to be super helpful and it's just gonna give you like a warm, homey feeling. So coffee is an actual really good must bring. Ensure your card has no international fees. So whatever credit card, debit card you are going to bring to Korea, make sure it has no international fees, because it is super hard to open a Korean bank account here as a foreigner. It's also not that easy to find ATMs to dispense out of. So the 2 options are best to have a lot of cash or to have an international card with no international fees. You can literally just ask this to your bank or look it up online as to whether your card has those fees. I've had friends who went to Japan, used it on a tap machine or whatever it's called, because I'm very smart, and they got charged 18 euros for just using their card in Japan. So to avoid that problem, ensure before you leave that you actually have a card that you can use in Korea with no international fees, especially at all of the little kiosks we have here in Korea. And the final suggestion is the suggestion I die for, and I have told every single person, this is my study abroad absolute must-have, which is a medicine bag. Medicine across the world is very different. So if you've grown up in a certain country, in a certain style of medicine, make sure no matter what country you move to, whether you're 50, you're 20, or no matter how long you're there, that if you have medicine that is actually based off of the ingredients and what your body is used to in your home country, it'll make being sick so much easier. Because I made this mistake when I moved to Spain. I did not make it when I moved to Korea. I have a little medicine box with everything that I would need if I had a cold or a sore throat, because it is not the time when you are coughing, sick, itchy, it is not the time you want to be experimenting with another country's medicine and just hoping that it works. So bring the stuff that you know works for you and save yourself all of the pain and heartache of trial and error of medicines and pharmacies in another country. In the end, do not worry if you forgot to bring something or you're missing something on your list, because you'll probably be able to buy it here in Korea with no problem. As that, I hope I gave you guys a bunch of really cute suggestions or things you didn't think about in making your bag to come here in Korea. I'm so excited. Stick around on this channel for all of the Korea travel content. I'm so excited to show more of my life to you, and I promise I'm still on that study grind. So if you're interested in anything student life, stick around. I hope again, because I'm horrible at outros, that you enjoyed and you were able to take something away from this video, and I will see you guys next week.